Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another program on Become a Better Man. My name is Tunde Disu, and I am so happy to be here today to share this hour with you as we look into another aspect of what we need to do to become better in ourselves, in what we do, in how we do things, in carrying out our daily responsibilities, in fulfilling the assignment that God has committed to us and the obligations that we have, one as men, two as family people, and most importantly, because one day we will all have to give account to our Maker of what we have done with the life that He gave us. So it is important for us to not rest on our achievements so far, but to keep adding to our ability to do great exploits while we're here on earth. I want to welcome all of you that are already joining us. I appreciate you. I honor you for sparing this time to spend together with me, and I also want to encourage you to please let's go and click the share button so that we can spread the word about what this program is about, and also we can have a residue of today's program on our timeline. So please, if you have just joined, just click the share button, and then we can get the ball rolling. On today's program, we are continuing from where we stopped last week. Last week, we started looking at become a better man, develop your networking skills. Become a better man, develop your networking skills. And in the process of looking at that topic, we covered a few grounds, and I just want to quickly give a recap of what we did and the areas that we covered, and before we get into today's topic or today's program properly, just to give us kind of a catch-up, especially for those who were not with us last week, and even for those of us who were here last week. It's good for us to recap so that we can follow through as the program continues. So last week we started looking at developing your networking skills. And we said at the beginning that in life, nothing significant, nothing of importance will happen in your life and in my life outside of the relationships that we have, that we keep, that we maintain, that we nurture, that we grow, that we contribute to and add values to. Relationships are the keys or the pillars upon which life and its existence is resting. So when you look back at your life, when I look back at my life, and we can always trace back to at every junction of achievement that we recognize, you can always look back and see it is through this person. It is because of that one. This is how this happened, but the connection came from this person. So really, in life, relationship is paramount. I will go as far as to say that in life, relationship is the key. It's the vehicle that drives life as it is. And also we said it's not what you know. There's nothing wrong in knowing a lot. In fact, it is imperative on us to know as much as possible. You cannot stop learning. You cannot stop knowing. In fact, the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. So it is not what you know per se that will give you a heads up in life. It is who you know. Now, I know some of you would not agree to that, and rightly so. You're entitled to your opinions. But the truth of the matter is, you can know everything that you need to know in your field, in your area of expertise. But at the end of the day, you still need somebody to open the door, as it were, for you. You see, right connection matters a lot. Irrespective of your background, your location, your age, your appearance, and all of that. which are vital keys to life. But irrespective of all of that, irrespective of the qualities of all of those factors, you still need that connection. That connection. In fact, when you look at the life of our Lord Jesus Christ himself, to show you just how important connection is, Jesus Christ had everything. I mean, he is the Lord, he is the maker of all things. But he could not even start his earthly ministry until that day at River Jordan, when John the Baptist said, "This is the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world. This is the man for whom I was born to prepare the way." And it was at that instant that his ministry here on earth was launched. I'm talking about the importance of relationship. And usually people with wealthy and good quality connections, they tend to do better in life. Do you know why? Because it's no longer their strength. It's no longer about them. It's no longer about their ability or their educational qualifications. No, it is now about the connections that they have. It's about the contacts that they have. It's about the relationships that they are involved with that will give them that extra advantage in life. It is the relationship, it's the network, it's the connection that you have that will tell you, do you know what? In our office, they're actually looking for so person. There's a vacancy in our office if you are interested. Or somebody will tell you, do you know what? I heard there's this university that is giving scholarship to this type of people. And there you have your child or your son, your daughter, or your relatives are in the right place at the right time to benefit from such advantage. So it is not just what you know, but more importantly, it is who you know in life that will give you the added advantage. And that is the power of networking. That is the power of relationships and connections. So having said all of that, we then went on to define networking. What is the meaning? What does it mean to network? What is the meaning? And I remember I said there's been various interpretations or definitions given, but I have come to, having looked at so many and read about so many, I have distilled it down to these two. I am saying, in my opinion, networking is interacting with others, is interacting with other people to exchange information and idea and develop both professional and social contacts. It is the exchange of information and ideas and the development of both professional and social contacts. Networking involves activity. You have to be active. You have to be involved. You have to give as much as you take. That is the oil that keeps the wheel of networking rolling. Then we went on to look at what are the key factors for a successful networking experience. What are the key factors for a successful networking experience? We listed 4 last week. We talked about, number 1, you have to make all your relationships first. Make all your relationships first. What do I mean by that? Don't go into a relationship just to get the contract, just to get the business, just to get the heads up. No, because ultimately, when that finishes, when that contract is over, then what happens? What have you got left? But if you develop a personal relationship with that person, if there is a mutual understanding of person-to-person relationship that undergird either the business contact or the academic contact or any other thing that you are building on top of that relationship, the personal relationship will undergird that. Even when the promises that were made that you're going to get the job or the contract or the introduction or whatever, if none of that eventually come to pass, you are not bitter because you know there is something bigger between the two of you, which is the personal relationship. So make all your relationships purely relationship first before you start building other things on it. The second key factor to have a successful networking experience, we said, was relationships and networking. They're about giving and receiving values. You give and you receive. You give and you receive. And that is what makes life flow properly. Number 3, we said you have to be authentic. You have to be real on whether you are giving or you are receiving. You have to be authentic and you have to be real. See, people have discernment. If you are fake, if you are not real, if you are just making it, you are winging it, people can see it. And the unfortunate thing is they will play along as if they don't know. But the truth is you're just making a mockery of yourself. So in order for you to have a successful networking experience, be authentic, be real. Number 4, we said you need to build your networking relationship. You need to build it both wide and deep. You need to build it both wide and deep. What do I mean by that? You need to build it outside of your immediate circle of influence. Say, for instance, you're a doctor. All your networking friends don't have to be in the medical field. In fact, it will be counterproductive if all the people you relate to are all just people in the medical field, because you then become tunnel vision, narrow-minded, and it won't add much value to you. But if you have teachers, you have farmers, you have lawyers, you have housewives, you have other doctors, then you are tapping from different sources and adding more value to yourself. Also, last week we looked at what do you need to do. Say, for instance, you've now said, okay, Tunde, I've heard everything you've said. I want to get into networking. What do I need to do? How do I go about that? What is it? What will it take for me to get into it? The first thing we said was start by volunteering. Volunteer your time, maybe 2 hours in a month, maybe one weekend, maybe one Saturday in a month, maybe just volunteer. And this is why we said so. When you volunteer, number 1, you will meet people of different age groups, different backgrounds, different social inclinations. It will open you to a world you never seen, you never knew, you never even imagined exist out there. I remember watching an ITV program about a few weeks ago. I don't know if any of you saw the interview of Prince William and Prince Harry. And in one of the clips, Prince William said that when he was 12 years old, his mom took him for the first time to this homeless shelter place in London. And since then, as every given opportunity till today, he will go there. Now, is he going there just to hang out? No. He's going there because that has become part of his network. Now, you could say, well, what is he going to gain out of that place? Everything. Everything. Experience, exposure, what people are going through in their lives. Being able to come out of that air, that vicinity of royalty, and sit, like Jeremiah said, that he sat where the people sat. And all his sermons that he's prepared, he had to put it down because for the first time, he began to understand. He started to imbibe what people were experiencing. That is the power of volunteering. The second way of getting into networking is, we said, you could host an event. And what that would do is it makes you the focal point of everybody that attends the event. Everybody wants to talk to you. And in the process, you are growing your networking connections and contacts. Number 3, we said you should ask. Ask, you to be given. Seek, you will find. Knock, the door will open. Until you start asking, until you start seeking, until you start knocking on doors, nothing will happen. So if you are not in any network, for instance, and you attend an event, don't just go to a corner and fold your arms and wait for everybody to come to you. No, approach people, ask them, talk to them, find out what is it about them, what is their field in what field are they in, so that you can establish a relationship. Now, number 4 way of getting into networking, we said that you should be active on social media, especially the professional ones, the Instagram, the LinkedIn, the Pinterest, and all of that. It will expose you to people that you never thought you would meet in life. We also talked about you joining a business organization. There are different networking groups that are primarily for businesses, for businessmen and women. And what they do is they come together just to socialize. But more than that, people who are not at that level are able to tap into their wisdom, are able to understand what it takes to get to that level free. That is the power of networking. And finally, we said if you want to get into networking, you need to get up from your couch and go out. Go out and meet people. Go out and socialize. Go out and relate to people. Don't limit your whole life existence to you, your children, your wife, your husband, and your dog and cat. Your world will just revolve around the 4 walls of your house. So in order to grow your networking, to get into networking, get up and get out. Get up and get out. So that was what we discussed last week. This week we're moving into the part 2 of developing your networking skills. Developing your networking skills. And we're starting with having gone through what we looked at last week, having examined those areas that we examined last week, having looked at the details of everything that we covered last week. The question then is this: if networking is that important, if networking is that strong and that valuable, and that if it carries such a significant weight, why then is it failing? Why are people failing in networking? Why is networking itself as a concept, why is it not working? Or why is it not as effective as it could be? So the first thing we're looking at today is why networking fails. Why networking fails. The first reason that why network fails, why people fail in networking or networking as a concept, why it fails, the first reason is this: people network in the wrong places. When you go networking in the wrong places, you will not gain the benefit of networking. What do I mean by that? Say, for instance, I want to become a football agent so that I can represent footballers in negotiating contracts and things like that. If all the areas where I hang out, if all my networking zones and avenues are in the pub, in the barber's shop, will I ever get into becoming a football agent? I don't think so. Because I am networking in the wrong place. I am spending my time in a zone that will not give me, that will not expose me, that will not connect me, that will not give me the advantage of meeting the kind of people, the type of people that I need to network with in order for me to be successful in my area of interest, which is becoming a football agent, for instance. So if you network in the wrong places, if you hang out in the wrong places, if you associate yourself with the wrong crowd, then it's no surprising why networking will fail for you, because you are hanging out in the wrong place. Your favorite nightclub or coffee shop or your gym, they are good in their own right. But they might not be the best place for you to network in order for you to contact and connect to the right people that you need to give you that next level up in your career or in your social contacts. So what do you do then? Simple. Look for where the people you want to become, where they hang out. People you want to become, things you want to get into. Find out where they hang out and go there. Proximity is the key. Proximity is the key. If you are not within the proximity of fire, you will forever be cold. But if you go near the fire, you feel warm. Gradually, your body will start getting warm and warmer and warmer. But if you stay out there in the snow and you want to be warm, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. For instance, it was said in the past that most deals, business deals, major contracts are awarded not in the offices. Even up to now, most of them are not awarded in the offices. You know where they are awarded? They are awarded in networking rooms where people hang out to just be friends. That is where tips are dropped. For instance, this coming Saturday, we are organizing for us to go out and just play golf. To a lot of people, it's like, nah, I don't know how to play golf. I've never played golf before. That is the whole essence. That is the whole point. Do something you've never done before. Expose yourself to an area you've never exposed yourself to. Meet people you've never met before. And in the course of that, imagine spending 2 hours covering all the 9 or 18 holes in a golf course. And there you are, playing with somebody you've never known before. Do you think by chance you could even have the opportunity to ask for his name, what he does, and tell him about yourself? And in the course of that, something could just click and drop. But if you don't come out to play golf, for instance, I'm using this golf day out on Saturday the 19th of this month, which is next Saturday, this coming Saturday. We're going out to just play golf. It's not about, I'm not Tiger Woods or Rory or anybody. I don't have an what's it called? Handicap. I don't have a particular handicap. I don't even play to win. I play to enjoy it. I play to walk around, to just be in an environment where I'm in touch with nature, where it's an open field, fresh air in my lungs, and I'm spending time with friends, with people, and just enjoy something outside of your normal daily, weekly, monthly, yearly routine. Do something different. Another thing you can do is you can hang out with your alumni association. In fact, that is one of the richest environment for networking, the alumni association. Because number one, you all have one thing in common, and that is your alma mater. Your university, your college, your whatever school or educational institution you've been. When there is an opportunity for you to attend the alumni association, don't pass it. The reason is this. You were all in the same class. Say, for instance, you finished in 2002. All of you in the same class studying biochemistry. You all finished and you were dispersed. Everybody to his own house, and everybody are now in their different fields doing different things. Do you think by chance somebody within that group could be doing something with NASA, could be doing something with oil and gas, could be involved in other areas apart from your biochemistry? But you won't contact and connect with them unless you are not in a situation like the Alumni Association where you can say, so tell me, Jerry, what have you been up to with your life these days? What is happening to you? What is this? Have you heard from Tosin? Have you heard from Tony? What about Jared? What about... And before you know it, you are connecting at a different level. You are your networking skills, your networking ability, the value, the benefit of networking is rubbing off on you. And if you then say, you know what, I'm thinking of changing my career. I'm tired of being in the lab. I just want to do something different. And Tony will pop up and say, oh, really? We just opened a new branch in Saudi Arabia. Do you think you'll be interested? Boom. The next thing, you've come out of biochemistry. You are now in the oil and gas sector because of that one connection. And let me just add this to it. My alma mater is Yaba College of Technology in Nigeria. And last weekend, somebody contacted me and said, guess what? The Yaba Tech Alumni Association in the UK are celebrating the 70th year anniversary of Yaba Tech on the 18th of November. I can't wait. I can't wait. So if you are out there, you attended Yaba or you know somebody, 18th of November, for more information, drop me a line, I'll give you the heads up. But all I'm trying to say is this is a great opportunity for you to network. Another thing you can do, another avenue for networking is where there is a conference going on or a fundraising event. People like to be there. That is an opportunity for you to also get into networking. So the first reason we said why networking fails is because people are networking in the wrong places. Number two, failure to assess the value of your connection. Failure to assess the value of your connection. What do I mean by that? Don't treat your networking connections like you do your Facebook friends. You stack them up and you forget about them. That is not networking. That is not networking. Networking goes deeper than that. It has to be nurtured, it has to be grown, you have to contribute to it to be able to take out of it. You only have 24 hours in a day. I only have that. But create, even if it's half an hour a day, where you go out of your normal, have you done the report? Is the report ready? No. Do something different. Contact somebody else outside of your day-to-day routine, and it will enrich your life greater than you can think of. The research has shown that effectively every human being can only keep contact effectively with up to about 150 people. So go through your directory. Who are those 150 people or 100 people, even 50 people that you can deepen your relationship, your networking, your contact with, and see the value that they will add to you. So the second reason why networking fails is because, like we said, if you fail to assess the value of your connection, then you won't enjoy it. The third reason why networking fails is because people lack a system to optimize the effect and the effort of their networking. People lack a system, a technique of how to optimize the effect and the effort of their networking. What do I mean by that? Say, for instance, a farmer goes to the farm, sows his seed, and it's time for harvest. And suddenly he realized, I don't even know what I'm going to do with this harvest. There's no storage. There is no marketing plan. There is no contact with any industry that can buy this produce. What am I going to do? Now, if somebody tells you that, you say that's a foolish farmer. But that's exactly what most people are doing when it comes to networking. They will go all out to do the networking, to connect, to contact, and then nothing will happen. They are failing to optimize the effect and the effort that has gone into networking, into that networking. So what do you need to do? Build a follow-up and a follow-through system to monitor, to manage, and to harvest your networking effort. Like I said, put aside a small amount of time in a day, maybe in a week, maybe over a weekend, where you just concentrate on examining your networking contacts, what is coming from it, what are you adding to them, and by so doing, you're not losing out. Some of the fish that is within your networking net, they are not escaping back into the river. The difference, for instance, between a salesman and a great salesman is the fact that the great salesman, they know how to close a deal. They know how to close a deal. What do I mean by that? They know how to ask the customer, having demonstrate to say, this thing will do this thing is that, this is the advantage, this is why it's better than the other one, and then they'll ask you, how many do you want? When do you want it delivered? How would you like it to be delivered? What are they doing? They are closing the deal. They are now putting a responsibility on you as a customer to make a commitment. But if all you do is just the demonstration, this one will do this, that one will do that, and then nothing to show for it, you have wasted that effort. So when you have the opportunity of networking, don't just spend the whole night talking. At the end, ask the person, is it all right if I take your number? Can I call you during the week? What's the best time to reach you? Which medium would you prefer? Would you like me to call, to email, to send an errand, to come by myself? Whatever it is, don't walk away from a networking opportunity without closing the deal. The number 4 reason why networking fails is failure to create high-value, long-term connection. Failure to create high-value, long-term connection. What does that mean? Every salesman knows that it's not the number of calls that you make that will give you the bonus at the end of the month. It is the number of calls that end up being an order placed that will give you the bonus. The key it's not in the number of contacts you make. It's the number of those contacts that have turned into long-lasting connection. That is where the benefit is. That is how you will enjoy the power of networking. That is how you will enjoy the power of networking. Networking or relationship is let me see. It's like a bank. If you have a bank account, say you have a bank account, and every Friday you go there and withdraw some money. Every Friday you go there and withdraw some money. Every Friday you go there and withdraw some money. One day you're going to get there on Friday and the ATM will say, because you have exhausted your deposit. You have not been depositing anything. All you've been doing is take. It's exactly the same thing in networking. The strongest relationship, the best network are based upon consistently adding and receiving value, adding and receiving value, adding and receiving value. That is the best way. The number 5 reason why networking fails is what I call attitude and etiquette. Attitude and etiquette. And under this, I have quickly 8 sub-points. Number 1 is that some people go into networking environment and they become overly aggressive. They are in your face. They don't know anything about personal space. They don't have the courtesy of just waiting for you to finish talking. They're jumping all over everybody. They are here, they're there. All of that is off-putting. It's off-putting to people around you. Remember, this is a professional gathering. It's not Jankara. This is professional gathering. And here you are trying to dominate everything. It does not give a good recommendation of your person. People will see you as arrogant, self-centered, or some people will call you a leech, that you're just there to suck the blood out of everybody. Why most of them will remember you, but they will remember you for the wrong reason. So what do? Take your time to ask questions. Ask them about their life, about their business, about their plans, what's going on in their industry, in their sector. Make the conversation not just about you. I think that's the key. Don't make the conversation just about you. Because the moment you do that, everybody is happy. People like to hear their own name being called. When you make it about them, the law of reciprocal said they will turn around and they start asking about you. And that is how the networking will grow. So the number one under attitude and etiquette is being overly aggressive. It will put people off you quickly. Number two, trying to be someone you are not. Now that is criminal. That is criminal. Avoid the temptation to inflate your business, your resume, your contact, your potential, your success. Oh, some people are just very, very bad. They do name dropping like, oh, 2 weeks ago I was with Obama, and then Jerry Garner, and then I was with... Calm down. The world is not revolving around your shoulder. Just relax. You don't need to impress me. I'm already impressed. That's why I'm giving you my audience. So don't try and say, oh, well, if you now want to overdo things, it doesn't help. People will shut you down quickly than they can open a can. Because they know immediately you're faking it. They know immediately all you are doing is promote yourself. The Bible talks about do not have an over-exaggerated opinion about yourself. It didn't say don't have have an opinion about yourself. But he said don't have an over. Don't make it, don't stretch it too far. People will know and they will just smile and say, well, okay, I hear you. Name dropper. Just to make a point. We've heard. Thank you. And nothing will come out of such networking skill. Be truthful. Be honest. Say it as it is. Because eventually the truth will come out. And if all you've done is just play the game and do the shine, people eventually will find out the truth. And it won't speak well of you. So that's another reason why networking fails. Another reason why networking fails, people say, oh, I'm shy. I'm very quiet. I don't... Networking is all about helping you to come out of your shyness, to give you a voice. Say you are attending a networking or any event for that matter. It doesn't even have to be a networking group meeting. Any event. And here you are. The room is full of people going and coming, buzzing and laughing, joking. And you say, I'm shy. I'm quiet. No. It defeats the purpose. Okay, I understand you may be a shy person. Maybe you're very quiet. You're very reserved. But you got to come out of that. And the best way to do is look around. There will be another one of you somewhere in the room who is also very shy, very quiet. Approach that person. Just walk up to him or her and say, wow, this is a big crowd today. Something to just get your voice out of your throat and make it audible. Oh, it's a big crowd here tonight. Oh, the weather is a bit cold out there. I really don't want to. Something to just introduce you. Remember the goal, the purpose of this is, number one, to capture that person's attention. And number two, networking is one of the best ways to cure this illness or this issue of I'm shy, I'm quiet. Until you start coming out of yourself, you will remain alone. Even Jesus said it. Until a corn falls to the ground and dies, it will remain alone. until you come out of this shell of shy and quiet, you will remember yourself. Another reason why networking fails is some people, they go to this gathering to be what I call card collector. Hey, how are you? Can I have your card? Give me your card. This is my card. Oh, please. Now you got a bucket full of cards. And then what? And then what? You have not made any meaningful connection with anybody. You've just collected their cards. Even if they give you the card and you call them tomorrow to say hello, and they say, sorry, who are you? Oh, my name is John. We met at so place. And they're like, I can't remember that. Do you know why? All you got was their card. You never made the attempt to connect with the person. You are the kind of people they call, you are the hi and bye. Hi, bye, hi, bye. No, start, even if card collection is your ultimate goal, start by engaging the person. Hi, how are you? What's your name? Oh, my name is Tunde. Have some rapport, something, so that when you call them, they can remember. Don't just go there to collect card. It won't add anything to you. I don't know. Is this helping anybody at all? I'm just going and going and going. I don't know if this is helping anybody. And please, if you have not shared this program, let's just click the share button. Let's spread it. Let's make it available to others so that they too can benefit from it. The truth is this, ladies and gentlemen. We can't shy away. We can't get away. We can't live without networking, without relationship, without connecting and being in close contact with somebody else. It's not possible. It is not possible. So I personally, I believe this is a social skill that we all need to take on board. We all need to learn and perfect. For those who are already in it, we need to also perfect it and become better at it. So the next reason why networking fails is if you're a human time suck. If all you do is just go there and suck people's time. You are in the room with other people and you occupy one person for the whole night. They try to move, you still talking. They try to change the topic, you're still there. They try to talk to somebody else, you're still there. You have made the night or the event or the occasion or the situation or the connection boring and tiring. It's like draining blood out of that person. Once you do that, that's the end of your networking experience. Because words will go around. Avoid that guy. If you start talking, he won't stop. Don't let that lady come near you. Once she gets her teeth into you, she won't stop until all the blood is out. The words will go around. People will talk. People will tell others about you. So don't suck life out of people. Give them room to breathe. In the process of that, they will have time to also connect with you, to share their life with you, to share their contacts and their experience with you. Another reason why networking fails is because people forget to say thank you. Somebody has just spent their time, their energy just to talk to you. The least you can do is to say, oh, that was very helpful. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's all it takes. Expressing thanksgiving is a simple way to strengthen your relationship with people. The flip side of that is a failure to give thanks is the easiest and the surest way to burn your bridges. When you don't say thank you, when you refuse to acknowledge that somebody has added something to you, has spent their time ministering or even just giving you audience, tomorrow they won't talk to you. They will not talk to you. Another reason why networking fails is lack of preparation. Lack of preparation. What do I mean by that? You've heard, for instance, I've just talked about Yabatech celebrating their 70th anniversary on the 18th of November, and this is an event you want to attend. If there are two things to prepare. Number one, prepare, make an effort to know one or two other people that are attending this event, and go further and find out about that person. Where are they in their career? Which sector are they into? What is happening in that sector? In their particular company or industry, how are things going? What is their social interest? Maybe they are a football fan and they support, I don't know, Arsenal, and they never win anything anyway. Get to know about that so that in the course of the night, you could bring that up as a reference point of just having a chat. Oh, how is Arsene Wenger doing these days? I hear you guys are, and you will be amazed how quickly people are relaxed because now you are in their zone. So you have to be prepared to be in other people's zone in order for you and them to enjoy the night. The second thing you need to prepare is yourself. What is your field? Where are you in your sector? In what area are you experiencing issues or challenges, and you will need people to support you? Get to know your sector, get to know your stuff, know about yourself and your inclination in life, because as soon as you start communicating with others, they will start asking you about yourself. They will start asking you about what is happening. Oh, Mr. Wellington Gucci, I was just using Arsenal as an example. I'm sorry, don't go, you can come back. All right, Chelsea, not Arsenal. Sorry, Arsenal, I didn't mean to offend you. So prepare yourself, know your stuff, so that when people start asking you, that's not the time to start scratching your head. Remember, you can't call your secretary at that point to say, oh, Janet, what is that figure again that we have from last quarter sales? You don't have that opportunity, so get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. In all of these reasons that I've given tonight, of reasons why networking fail, it does not just apply to networking, you know. It applies to every relationship that you are involved in life. Your family, your work, your social group, your church, anything where two or three of you are relating. Everything we've talked about tonight, especially the reason why networking fails, is the same reason why relationships don't work. In any form of relationship, if you don't appreciate people, if you don't spend time to invest into that relationship, if you don't honor people, if you are a name dropper and you just wanting to get your view over everybody irrespective of whatever, if you are self-centered, it will affect every and any relationship that you are involved in. Oh, how are we doing for time? Please let me know if this is helping anybody. Oh, Omotola Ote says, this is interesting. I bumped into this few minutes ago. Something keeps telling me there's something special about me, but I just can't figure it out. You see? Thank you, Omotola. Please let me know if this is, how is this, how can I put it? I've been doing a lot of talking. Let me hear your views. Let's share. What do you think? Do you think some of these things are relevant? Can you relate to any of them? Is there anyone in particular that you think, Tunde, I don't agree with you on that? Whatever it is, let's make this interactive. That is part of networking. I'm talking, you are talking, we're exchanging ideas, we're all learning. Remember, we're on this journey together. It's not about me. We are all together on this journey. So finally, let us look at how does networking actually start? Where does it start from? Networking. Every network, every relationships, every contact, whatever it is that you do with other people, start from one vital, very important aspect of life. And that is what I call the power of introduction. The power of introduction. Somebody introduce you to somebody that introduce you to somebody that introduce you to somebody. Somebody somewhere is introducing you or has introduced you to somebody that has added some value, that has sharpened your life, that has... Most of us met our spouses because somebody introduced us to them or them to us. Some of us, the work, the job, the office you are in now, you are there because somebody introduced you to somebody who introduced you to somebody who helped you. The power of introduction cannot be overemphasized. Networking, ladies and gentlemen, is ultimately about building relationships and reputations and contacts and all of that. But all of networking, all of relationships, all of contact, they start with a simple introduction. A simple introduction. Somebody one day said, oh, John, come and meet my friend. Oh, this is John, my friend. This is Peter, my colleague. This is Kate, my sister in the Lord. This is my pastor. I want to introduce you to my spouse. I want you to meet my children. Somebody introduce you to somebody that is now helping you. If introduction is that important, if introduction carries so much weight, I think it's important that, therefore, that we do it right and we do it well. Both as a person being introduced and as the person that's introducing somebody and as the person that's been introduced to. In all of these, we all have to know and learn and understand how to do it well. Because the outcome of your network, the outcome of your experience in any relationship, the benefit that will accrue to you in any contact and connection will be based on the quality of the introduction that initiated, that started the whole process in the first place. So in order for networking and relationship and contacts to bear much fruit, there are salient points that we all need to bear in mind when it comes to introduction. How many of you would say you have introduced somebody to somebody that you know and you've regretted it almost instantly after you've done the introduction? Sugar, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? That is not the person to introduce to that my friend. That my friend should not even be. And at the same time, there are some people that for the rest of their life, every time they think about you, every time they see you, every time you think about them, you are saying, thank you, Lord, for this person who introduced me to this person. Introduction is power. It's key. It is so vital, and it has to be done well and done right. So quickly, what are those points that we need to bear in mind as far as introduction is concerned? Number one, when somebody introduces you to their friend, to their contact, to their network, they are introducing you, they are actually putting their reputation on the line for you. When somebody introduces you, they are doing you a personal favor. They are taking a risk on you. They are investing their upright standing in you. They are virtually giving an insurance policy, issuing an insurance policy on you to the person they are introducing you to. Because they are asking a friend or a colleague to take time out to invest their time in you and on you to help you. Ultimately, when somebody introduces you, you become a personal reflection of the person that introduced you, because the way you handle, the way you carry out, the way you progress from that point of introduction will reflect on the person that has introduced you. So one of the key factors, one of the key ingredients that we must bear in mind as far as introduction is concerned is the fact that the person that introduced you is taking their life out for you. So if you don't have good intention, don't do it. Don't do it. When it comes to introduction, as much as possible, it is better to have a face-to-face introduction, because there are certain things that you can never read in an email or in a letter, or even see or experience in a phone call. But when you stand in front of somebody and you look them straight in the eyes and they look at you, there is a connection that is established. So as much as possible, when it comes to being introduced to somebody, if it is within your power and ability, go for a face-to-face introduction. There is a bonding that is established when you are introduced face-to-face. There is no amount of going back forth and going forward and backward of emails or phone calls that can establish that. Number 3, when you have been introduced or when you have been introduced to somebody, it is your responsibility to schedule your diary to fit into the schedule of the person that you've been introduced to. Your appointment, your diary, your schedule is secondary, unless the person you're being introduced to was just for casual acquaintances. But if it's something that will add value to you, that will give you an advantage in life, if you have to cancel your dinner and cancel your holiday and change the date of your flight so that you can lock into that contact and into that connection, adapt your schedule to theirs. Be willing to meet them wherever they are, in whatever, and please, whatever you do, when you've been introduced to somebody who is able and in a position to help you and assist you and give you advantage, never ask them to come to you. Even if they said, okay, I'll come to you, tell them, no, I'll do the coming. I will do the coming. It shows that you value that person. You value their time. You value their person. You value the benefit, the experience, the contact, the information, the blessing that they are going to be to you. You value it by making sure there is less responsibilities on them. You take on all of those responsibilities. Remember, you're the one needing help, not them. When it comes to introduction as well, now you've been introduced. The person that is doing the introduction, all they're doing is opening the door. What you do from that, whether you go in, you stay at the door, or you walk back, it's up to you. All they can do is to open the door. They won't push you in, they won't shove you or drag you in, and the person that you're being introduced to will not even force themselves on you. It is not, the ball is now in your court. So once you have been introduced to somebody, number one, don't waste that person's time. They are not mind readers. They can't just look at you and say, I know what you need. No, it's not possible. You then have to use your